going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, and we have got some new news to bring you today. A couple different kind of stories we've got for you. First one, let's talk about Ryan Sessegnon. Yeah. It's believed that Tottenham have made a bid, and looks like a medical actually could be happening this week for Ryan Sessegnon, a 25 million deal. What do you make out of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's from Twitter. It's from the Football Insider. I don't know how reliable he is, but apparently he's called a few things correct. I don't know. We'll see. But it's not that unlikely. Everyone knows we're in for Sessegnon. Yeah. There are talks maybe 40 million bid. Apparently we've bargained him down to 25 million. I reckon this deal won't get done until we sell Rose. I think we're going to wait for that to happen. I think that will be like a domino effect. But I'm pretty happy with that signing. I think we can mould him into a left back. The only thing I would worry is he ready to go straight into the first team at left back this season as first choice?
The thing is about Sessegnon,
because he doesn't even know yet himself what position he wants to play.
That's what I was about to say. The thing is about Sessegnon, I think he looks more suited to a left winger than a left back.
That's the thing. I don't know whether it's like a Bale situation where he started his career at left back and he's moving forward progressively, or I don't know. Because some games, even last season, he was playing a right winger. He was playing like a forward three, and he was decent in those positions. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure whether whether we're going to mould him into a left back, or whether that's what we're intending for him to be, or that's where he wants to be. But I think he's a good player to have in the squad. He's young, he's English, he's clearly got a lot of quality and a lot of potential. It just remains to be seen where he's ready for that left back role. But if anyone's good enough at improving someone to play at fullback, it's Pochettino, isn't it?
To be honest, if I was Poch, I would be going for Sessegnon and that Celtic left back Tierney as well. You know, try and nab him off Arsenal. He's going for 25 million as well. So I don't see a reason why we shouldn't sign both. I think Sessegnon's a good young player that we can bring through, where whether he ends up at left back or left wing, it doesn't really make a difference. Tierney is there, a moulded player ready to go start at left back.
But then where does that leave Davis?
Davis is a utility player. He can play in the left side of a back three. He can play slightly in a back two as well if push comes to shove. He can play back up left back as well.
Okay, so then you'd have three. It depends where you want to play Sessegnon, but that means having kind of three left backs on the books.
Yeah, but like I said, Ben Davis is very versatile. He can play left back or centre back, and Sessegnon's versatile as he can play left back or left wing.
Which we might need if Foyth is going to be a right back. We might need that.
So you've got a few players there that are versatile, whether it be Foyth, Davis, and Sessegnon. So it's all good options to have.
But I think I can't see him go. I can only see him going for one of Tierney and Sessegnon. And it looks like they've identified Sessegnon as the choice. Would you be? Do you think he's ready to be a first choice left back at Tottenham?
No, definitely not. Don't think so.
So would you imagine like Davis starting the season there?
Yeah, but I'm not too thrilled about that, because I want those two pacey fullbacks. You know, if Foyth is going to be this right back replacement for Trippier, is he that pacey? Is he going to provide that kind of up intensity, and down like what we had with Walker and Rose?
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be hard to recapture that, isn't it? I think with Foyth and Davis at fullbacks, if that's the direction we're going to go for. Yeah. It's a tough one. I think, look, if we can develop Sessegnon, then I think it's a very good option. Maybe it's a case of, when we're playing teams who sit back a lot, you play Sessegnon there, and when you need to defend a bit more, you put Davis in. Maybe it's going to be that kind of case, but I don't know. I would be excited for signing Sessegnon. I think it's an exciting deal. I just question whether he'll be ready to be our first choice left back. But I think he's done it before with fullbacks, hasn't he? Improved them a lot, immeasurably, even in a short space of time. So
look, it's a great prospect for the future. But talking about here and now and next season, I don't know if it's like the option.
Yeah, we're just. Is it going to be another transitional season, which we just don't want to have? Which we've had like 3 in a row now, or 2 in a row now. So you want to start seeing a fully fit 11 to its maximum potential. We want to start seeing that. But let's see where it goes. I think it's an exciting deal.
All right, moving on. Christian Eriksen is reported to be offered a 200 grand a week contract, which will take him to being the highest paid player at the club.
Or joint with Kane, wouldn't it?
Or joint with Kane. And also Toby has been offered a new contract, reportedly. And how much was that for?
But I think, I'm not sure what the figure was, but I heard he's also, level with Vertonghen. How much of Vertonghen's on 120?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Can we get these deals over the line, do you think?
I think, obviously there's a lot of talk of Roma with Toby as well. The Roma director said that they're in talks with Tottenham in a bid to get Tottenham to drive their release clause to accept an offer that's lower than the 25 million, which is a release clause, which is ridiculous in my opinion.
If you see a player like Toby for sale for 25 million, who is not snapping at that? Who is not snapping at that?
Apparently Roma are kind of low on money at the moment, which is and apparently Franco Baldini's the head of he's their sporting director at the moment. I think the sporting head of football, whatever, sporting director, let's call him, at Roma.
He doesn't want Vlad Chiriches?
No, I don't think so. So he's looking to exploit that relationship that he had with Tottenham to kind of drive the price down a bit. I think we're not going to accept.
Doesn't he run out of Tottenham anyway?
Yeah, I think so. But I think Toby, he captained the team today in the friendly against Juventus in the first half. Anyway, I think that one's definitely more likely to be completed before the window ends, before the end of the window kind of thing. I think Eriksen one might drag on a bit.
But all the news coming out the Toby camp is all positive.
Yeah, I think it's quite likely Toby will sign a deal. For me personally, I don't see why he wouldn't sign a deal. He's at a great club. He's at a club where we're playing Champions League football. He's with all his mates. He's got Vertonghen there. His best mate at centre back. He's really settled.
And a club the comments Vertonghen made last week, it doesn't look like he's leaving anytime soon.
Yeah, and why would he want to join Roma in Europa League? They've got money troubles. They finished 5th in Serie A. Tottenham a club on the rise, and I know Roma got to the semi-final a couple of years ago, the Champions League, but Tottenham got to the final last year, and I think we're really a club that you should want to be part of it. And I'm not sure if it's Toby wanting to go to Roma or just Roma trying their luck kind of thing, activating the release clause or trying to bargain us down and see if there's a deal to be had. But I don't see why Toby would leave Spurs for Roma. The only reason I can think of is maybe Roma are going to offer him $200,000 a week, and we will maybe a 5-year contract or something like that. But I think we should be offering him at least a 3-year deal, and I reckon we should be going high, at least like 120, 150 grand a week.
He deserves it for the shifts he put in for Spurs over the past couple of years.
So I'm hoping a deal can be done there.
But on to Eriksen, if he signs a deal with Spurs, is that kind of him coming back with his kind of tails between his legs? Because before he went off for pre-season, he's talking about how he would like to join Madrid and he's just waiting for that phone call, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, reportedly, he packed up his house just before the Madrid final. What do you make out of all that?
I mean, I don't know about... I've heard all these rumours about him packing up his house and all that. I don't know about that. The fact of the matter is, he did say he wanted a new challenge, but what people forget in that statement, he also did say that there are not many clubs who offer more than Tottenham can offer. And he said that he pretty much did put all his eggs in the Madrid basket, and he did kind of say that if Madrid come in, that's obviously a club who are on a level above where Tottenham are, and who he'd really love to join. But if apart from them, he has the deepest respect for what Tottenham are trying to do and their project. And I honestly do think he's happy at Tottenham. I don't think he's at Tottenham thinking, I'm really unhappy here. I don't like playing at Spurs. I just think he knows he's been here 6 years, and it's kind of that time where he's 27. It's kind of now and ever for him. If he doesn't get that move, it's unlikely he'll get it in the following years to come. So I think he kind of feels like now's the time, if he's going to move to Madrid, to do it. But if it doesn't work out for him, I don't think he's going to be moping around or anything. I think he's happy to be here.
Yeah.
And I think he's on the pre-season tour. It's not like he's refused to go or anything. He's the Tottenham on their social media. They're posting pictures of him, videos, pictures of him in the new kit, videos of him keeping up as a Pochettino, like everything's normal. So I don't think there's any unrest there. I think it's kind of the kind of thing where if a deal gets done, then we'll see. But until that happens, then I think he's happy at Tottenham.
But it's one of those ones where...
But then again, if he does, we need him to sign that contract.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those ones where if he doesn't sign this contract, in 6 months' time, he's free to speak to any club he wants on a pre-contract.
Yeah, but I think if the deal doesn't get done, he'll sign. I think I'm very confident of that. I think if Madrid don't come in, I think, look...
but how long are you going to wait? Is he going to wait for Madrid to come in for until the end of the window?
He'll wait. He'll wait until the whole Pogba thing gets sorted. If it doesn't, and then if they go for him, then he'll look at it. But if Pogba signs, then I think he'll sign the contract. Look, I think there's a big domino effect that's going to happen during this next month. There's a lot of movement still to be had in the window. I think the whole Pogba situation has got to be solved, and they're also looking to sell Lukaku as well. So then they're going to have a lot of money as well, United. So I think it's all going to kind of affect each other. and I think there's still a lot of movement. So I think Eriksen is not going to wait. He's not going to jump at the chance to sign the new contract just yet.
You can't wait all this time, because you got to remember that if we sell Eriksen, we need to bring in a replacement as well,
and
that also takes time. But,
he's pretty much lined up.
Do you not think Lo Celso's coming in whether Eriksen goes or not?
Do I think Lo Celso? I don't know. Look, the ESPN, Dan Kilpatrick, he tweeted out saying that Tottenham are insistent that the Lo Celso deal does not depend on Eriksen.
That's what I'm saying. So
that would be. So
it's not a replacement then. So do you not think if Eriksen leaves, we must sign someone else as well?
I think we would just. I like who?
I don't know who. I don't know.
I think
I can't tell you who.
I don't look. I don't know whether. Look, I don't know whether it's true. Whether I think it is dependent. Me personally, I know Spurs say that it's not, but like they also said, like the signings that we signed when Bale sold weren't dependent on Bale when they clearly were.
So it's just Daniel Levy up.
Yeah, I think it's like it's like when the Lyon chairman said there's no deal with Spurs, and then a couple of days later we signed Ndombele. You know what I mean? It's just a bit of media kind of. I think we don't want, obviously we don't want Betis to know that, do we? When in negotiations that we're waiting for Eriksen to go to sign Lo Celso, because obviously we want the best deal for him. So I think it is dependent. I think Lo Celso is lined up as a replacement for Eriksen, but if it's true that he's not, I still think I still can't see us signing anyone in addition to Lo Celso if Eriksen leaves.
But let's move on to our last point. I just want to talk about Gareth Bale for a couple of minutes. Obviously, Zidane has come out and said what he said. What are the exact quotes he said?
Zidane said, well, he said that Bale, the reason they haven't picked Bale for the pre-season or something is because he's very close to a move away to an unnamed club, and they're looking to sell him. They hopefully they can sell him or something. Quite disrespectful. He was kind of saying, hopefully they can get rid of him basically. And Jonathan Barnett, the Bale agent, was not happy about that. Yeah,
he's come out and called Zidane disgrace. He's called Real Madrid a disgrace. He is mistreated, but the way he goes about it, I don't think is right. He should be getting his head down and working for the side. The way Real Madrid are treating it that's just a big disgrace.
Their fans have never been nice to him, have they? Even since in the first year, I remember they've been booing him not like booing him as soon as he signed, but they've never warmed to him, have they? He's scored Champions League winners for them in finals, and he's played massive roles in their league campaigns, and his goals to game ratio is really, really good, but for some reason they just haven't warmed to him. They just haven't got on with it. It haven't been a good match.
But at the end of the day, this stuff with Bale's been going on for a while now with Real Madrid, and Bale should be going and paying for a top European club and earning 200 to 300 grand a week. He doesn't need to be greedy and keep on this 600 grand a week. Like, he could be a superstar for any team in Europe, literally any team. And there's no need to be holding Real Madrid to ransom for this crazy money that he's on. He could literally go to anyone. I understand the fact that he's on 600 grand a week, but he should be getting out on the pitch and playing football.
Exactly. He's no good. Like, a player of Bale's quality shouldn't be playing golf, every week. He should be leading Europe and being one of the stars of the game. And it's just a shame to see him like this. But when you compare his situation to Eriksen's, what do you think of fans who would deride Eriksen for supposedly downing tools last season, and yet fans would more than happy take him back? Yet there are some fans who will want Eriksen gone based on maybe a few below par performances. Yeah,
but I think that's just the nature of fickle Spurs fans. If Eriksen puts in two blinding performances first 2 games of the season, everyone will be like, "Oh, Eriksen, the best player," you know what I mean? It's just the fickle nature of football fans, and especially social media. But I don't think anyone can argue that Christian Eriksen has been one of our best players over the last 3-4 years. So for him to leave, and his stats speak for itself. So
would you take Bale back?
I would take Bale back for the right price. I wouldn't have him as a top earner at the club, because I don't think he deserves it, especially for his injury record. In terms of quality, he does deserve it, but his injury record, he can't be earning top at the club when you've got Eriksen, Kane,
how can you
playing
justify
week
him
in, week out. You can't justify
Bale earning more than Kane, I don't think. So, all right, that's it.
Well, there you have it. Like, comment, and subscribe what you think of everything that we spoke about, whether it be Toby, Eriksen, Lo Celso, Sessegnon, and Gareth Bale. And as always, come on, you Spurs!